When was the last time you did absolutely nothing? No phone, no podcasts, no music, and no productive activities whatsoever. Just you, sitting there, existing like a houseplant. If you cannot remember, you are definitely not alone. In our modern world, the inability to stay idle has become a silent crisis, quietly eroding our mental health, our creativity, and paradoxically, our productivity. Many of us are chronically overstimulated, force-feeding our brains content every single second of the day. We check our phones before our eyes are fully open, listen to podcasts in the shower, scroll through social media during breakfast, and watch videos during lunch. From dawn until we collapse at night, our minds are constantly consuming information. We mistake this non-stop consumption for efficiency, believing we are maximizing our time and always learning. However, the psychological reality is alarming. Our brains are literally starving for boredom, and this endless pursuit of constant stimulation is making us fundamentally sick. To understand why this happens, we must look at neuroscience. Your brain operates through two primary neural systems, the task-positive network and the default mode network. The task-positive network activates whenever you focus on external activities, such as working, reading, or scrolling through a digital feed. It directs your attention outward to execute immediate tasks. Conversely, the default mode network kicks in only when you are doing absolutely nothing. While scientists once assumed that an idle brain was merely dormant, recent research reveals that the default mode network is actually where essential mental maintenance happens. It is responsible for processing life experiences, consolidating memories, and forming unexpected creative connections. The critical catch is that this network only activates when you are genuinely, deeply idle. It will not turn on if you are listening to a calming playlist or walking while on a phone call. It demands true emptiness. Without it, your brain resembles a computer with dozens of tabs open, running constantly but never allowed to process anything. Why have we become so deeply allergic to emptiness? Much of the blame lies with modern societal expectations. Hustle culture constantly insists that every single moment must be optimized for success, while self-improvement content tells us we should always be learning. We no longer just sit on the couch. Instead, we browse social media while simultaneously watching television and online shopping. We mistake constant distraction for staying informed, and we view our inability to be alone with our thoughts as a badge of efficiency. Yet, if you look around, everyone is anxious. Deep focus is increasingly rare, and we feel mentally exhausted despite zero physical exertion. This chronic fatigue happens because we use constant stimulation to avoid internal discomfort. When the external noise stops, our inner thoughts suddenly become incredibly loud. We are forced to confront regrets, unprocessed emotions, and existential questions that lack easy answers. To escape this psychological discomfort, we instinctively reach for our screens, filling the void with digital noise that ultimately prevents us from healing or solving deep problems. Reclaiming your cognitive capacity requires a deliberate, structured practice called strategic nothingness. This is not meditation, nor is it a complex mindfulness ritual. It is simply the intentional act of doing absolutely nothing. To implement this framework, you must first start absurdly small. Do not aim for an hour of isolation right away. Instead, start with just 5 to 10 minutes a day. Sit comfortably, set a timer, and just exist. Avoid music, mantras, or forcing your mind to go completely blank. Your brain will inevitably protest, and the physical urge to grab your phone will feel intense. This discomfort is not a sign of failure. Rather, it is your brain detoxing from its heavy addiction to digital stimulation. Next, you must intentionally manufacture moments of unavoidable boredom throughout your day. Leave your phone in another room, take a short walk without your earbuds, or simply sit in your car for 5 minutes before going inside. By physically removing the option of distraction, you force your mind to wander naturally. With consistency, a profound shift occurs. These minutes of emptiness stop feeling like psychological torture and gradually transform into a vital sanctuary. Your baseline anxiety decreases dramatically, your emotional resilience improves, and your capacity for sustained, deep focus expands. Brilliant solutions to complex problems will naturally surface, not because you are forcing yourself to think harder, but because you finally granted your brain the space it requires to play and process information. Ultimately, practicing strategic nothingness is about remembering how to be a fully functioning human being instead of an automated content consumption machine. Your brain evolved over millions of years to require periodic downtime. It was never designed to have digital information blasted at it continuously from the moment you wake up until you collapse. So, here is your challenge for tomorrow. Commit to doing absolutely nothing for just 10 minutes. Notice the unique thoughts that emerge and the unexpected creative ideas that appear when the digital noise finally fades away. If this video convinced you to reclaim your mind, hit that like button, subscribe for more cognitive insights, and give your brain the emptiness it desperately needs. Have a nice day.